everyone, is Jasmine here, and if you can hear that, that is the fan. It's really hot right now, and this lighting is bad because it's nighttime. It's the only time I can do that, because if I open, the blinds, the sun shines directly on me, and then it gets really warm, and it's already really warm out, so that's why you can hear the fan, and that's why I'm doing this at nighttime. So, we're just going to have to bear through it. So anyway, I went to the Lovejoy show over the weekend. I went to the Milwaukee show, which was really fun. And I am going to tell you all about that. So, yeah, there's going to be clips sprinkled in. And I'm going to show you the merch that I got and all the other fun stuff that I got. And kind of what I did, because I did get Barricade. Just saying right now, I did get Barricade, but I got really, really, really lucky on that one. So I am going to explain that. So, I got to Milwaukee at, around 8:30. My sister went and lined up for me while I went to the hotel room because I had to charge my phone. So, she was in line. She got in line at 8:30. Now, I got one of those, white wristband. Not white. I got one of those blue wristbands that fans were handing out, as you can see here. I think it was number 101? 105? I don't remember. I do not remember. But you can see it here. So yeah, kind of a high number, not too high, trust me. That was a lot. I didn't realize that people had been lining up apparently since 6:30 the previous day. Now I know that, queuing culture and lining up and stuff like that is pretty big for, artists and shows. But usually they start lining up the day of at 6 in the morning, which, is fine. If you want to do that, go ahead. But the previous day, I was like, whoa, okay. I didn't know we were doing that. Because I thought we were going to get there, have a pretty decent spot, which, we did, obviously. But that I didn't know it was, people got there that early. So I was very surprised by that. When, looked out the hotel room and saw a line, I was like, oh, people are lined up already. Oh, okay. And then, I ran into people later on that night that were like, yeah, we got in line at 3 in the morning. And I was like, it's 1 in the morning now. Whoa, okay. But yeah, so anyway, we got there early, we sat around for a while, just kind of hung out, got a coffee, just hanging out, and we got up, obviously, because you have to get up to walk around. You gotta stretch your legs. You can't sit on the floor forever. So we got up and we went walking around. We saw the tour bus and we were like, oh, okay, that's cool. And then Mark was outside the tour bus and we were like, oh, hi. Hi. I didn't expect to run into him. And I was like, hi. So he was so nice. He got a picture. And I was like, thank you. And we talked to him for a little bit, but obviously not for too long because we didn't want to draw attention. So we talked to him just for a little bit and then, kind of went along our way, which was nice. But yeah, it was nice that he, we were able to actually talk to him, which was nice because I enjoyed that. So I was like, oh, hi, how's it going? I just was going for a walk, It's a lot of waiting, guys, a lot of waiting, obviously. So, yeah, did that, which was cool. And then, back in line for, I don't even know how long after that. Got up, went for, what else? Yeah, got up originally. Okay, so we waited in line for a while, and then, they were peering their heads over the roof, which was cool. That was a fun time. Kind of spot me here in these Instagram stories. It's pretty awesome, I was down there, being like, oh, hi, how's it going? Which is really cool. Yeah, the nice part about actually where we were lined up is we were right on the water. So that was nice. We at least got to see people in boats going by, which was cool. Got to see some ducks, which was also nice. It was nice to actually be able to look at something instead of just staring at a street and watching cars go back and forth, which had been just really boring. So I'm actually glad we at least had a view. So that was nice. I did enjoy that. And this is how I accidentally got Barricade. So I really, 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 I really had to go to the bathroom. So badly. So I went up to the front, because that's where I was heading. And I see a bunch of people, getting in line. And they told us merch lines were opening early. So I was like, oh my gosh, this is the merch line. Like, I have to get in this line. So I met up with people who were, like, in front of me in that, like, in the normal, like, big line. They were up there. So I, like, met up with them and I was like, hey, is this, like, the merch line? Whatever. And they're like, I don't know. People were telling us to get in line. So we just got in this line. And I was like, oh, okay. So then I was standing with them. And, like, my sister, you know, comes up with our stuff. And, like, my mom has our stuff, too. And they're just kind of here. And so then we're like, okay, is this merch line? Is this not? Come to find out, it's not the merch line. This is, like, the actual line to get in. So now I'm somehow accidentally in this line. And I was like, but I was farther back, but now I'm up here. So we didn't know what was going on, because we're like, then people were coming into line being like, oh, well, what number is your blue wristbands, because you shouldn't be here. And then official staff was coming through like, the blue wristbands mean nothing. If these people are up here, they're up here. And I was like, I thought this was the merch line. People were like, I thought that's what we were getting in line for. I didn't know. So now I'm accidentally up closer than I was, but yet still with the same people who I was with back there. So it was getting really confusing. And then people who had been there like since noon didn't have wristbands, and they were freaking out because they're like, I'm going to get kicked out of this line because I don't have one of the blue wristbands. And meanwhile, the staff at the theater's like, the blue wristbands mean nothing. If you're in this line, just stay here. Don't go anywhere. So, you know, you have them telling us not to go anywhere, and then you have other people with blue wristbands that have like different numbers than you, who were farther back or in front of you, that are now seeing yours and being like, I should be in front of you. And then, oh, it was a mess. It was a huge mess. And I'm just over here like, I have these like poor kids that are like freaking out because their mom went to go get something and they don't have blue wristbands, and now they're afraid they're going to get kicked out and they're not going to be able to find their parents. And I'm like, just stay here. Don't move. Like, I just feel like so bad for like these. I was feeling bad. I was like, you stay here. Don't move. Don't go anywhere. And there's like other kids too that are like waiting for their parents. And I'm like, just all of you stay here. Don't go anywhere. Like, it's like, just like stay put. It's okay. You're going to be fine. Just stay here. So that was a whole thing. I felt bad for them because for a lot of people, like, Lovejoy is their first concert, so they're confused. They don't know what's going on. I'm like, it's okay. It's fine. Unless the theater people have come out here and said something, don't go anywhere. Don't move. Just stay here in this line. Like, don't. Just don't. Just do not. Because it will be worse if you leave. Just stay. Because I was like, trust me. Been to enough, like, conventions and stuff like that. Staff is telling you to stay, just stay. Don't leave. Don't listen to anyone else. Like, just stay put. So that is what we did. And it turns out that the separate merch line they did a little later, where they were like, look, if you want to keep your main spot in line, have someone in your group staying here while you go in the merch line. So that's what we did. I went with my mom into the merch line, and my sister stayed in the main line. So that is how we split that up. And that is how I accidentally got barricade, because when we went inside, then I got barricade. It was great. I had a great time. It was a really fun concert. I had a great time. I did get a bruise from jumping up and down at the barricade. My purse that I always take is like all gray now from the barricade. I have a bruise like on my ribs from being barricade, which I didn't see till we got back to the hotel, which that's a whole nother thing. So, during the concert, everything was great. Everything was fine. Fantastic. Again, wonderful time. I had so much fun. Obviously, I got a bruise. I get out of the concert, right? It's like, you know, I don't know what time the concert got over, but get out of the concert. The original plan was always to meet them to, like, go stand by the bus, you know, just like, you guys know, I did this with Ben Schwartz, you know, I do this. It's just something I do. So we go and we wait by the alleyway. Well, then I'm like, you know, maybe I should just go wait by the bus. So I go over to the bus, and my mom and my sister still waiting in the alleyway. So I go over to the bus with my mom, and that's when I see Will. And I was like, oh, okay, this is my time. Like, he stopped to sign something for someone. I was like, Will, can I get just like a really quick? And he's like, yeah, really quick. So I did it really quickly, got a photo with him, and I was like, oh. So that was really cool. So thanks, Will. Thank you. Also, the person who he was signing for was one of the people that I met in line. So at least that was a good thing. But yeah, I was like, yay. So I got a photo with Will gosh, it was crazy. That was so much fun, by the way. That was so much fun. I was like, oh, yeah, that was me. I was just the whole time. So, you know, he then comes out later, and my sister gets a photo with him, which is really nice. Again, as he's walking, kind of a thing. So, you know, like do that as he's walking. And then, what was it? Mark comes out, he's holding the pizza. Now, thankfully, I already met him, but he's like, I really gotta get this pizza to Joe, because Joe went in the bus, like, ages ago. He just kind of snuck in there. He had his head down and was, like, walking past everyone, like, trying to be, like, you know, don't talk to me, so I didn't say anything, because I didn't want to draw attention to him, because it seems like he just really wanted to get on the bus, so I'm like, I'm not gonna say anything, you know what, he could just go, like, I'm not gonna say anything. So, you know, now, that was, the last person we saw was, I think, Mark. Yeah. So then it's like another half hour, I think, a half hour, 40 minutes, until Ash comes out. Now, it's 1:05 in the morning. My cutoff time was 1:10. I was like, if he's not out here at 1:10, it's freezing. I've been cold all day, besides when the sun was out for like 20 minutes. So I've been cold all day. I'm freezing. Like, I think my lips got like windburn. I was so cold, guys. I was so cold. And so then Ash comes out, and he's got his hands full, guys. Like, I felt so bad, because the alleyway's a slope. So he's like coming up this slope, and his hands are full, right? And so he's like getting up, and he's like dropping stuff. And he's like looking at this group of just 4 of us now, because everyone had left. Because obviously it was late and it was cold, so everyone left. And he's like, here, will someone just take this? And hands a drumstick to my sister. Just hands this to her. He's like, will someone just take this and just handed it to her? And she's like, yeah, okay. So she got me a drumstick that is signed by Mark. Like, look at that. Just, thanks, Ash. Like, just handed it to her. He's like, here, just take this. He's like, and he was dropping stuff, and he's like, I don't even know whose this is, and was just dropping things, and I was like, oh my gosh, like, this poor guy needs help. Like, he's struggling over here, and just hands us stuff, because he's like, someone just take this. And I was like, ooh, yay. So I got a drumstick again, which was really, really, really awesome. So thank you. My sister just grabbed it. She's like, yeah, I'll take it. You can even see, like, the little indentions and everything. I don't know if you can here, because obviously we don't have... Oh, you can kind of see it right there. But yeah, like, thank you. I was trying to get a set list and drumstick so badly. So thank you. This is what happens when you wait outside in the cold. Till 1 in the morning. In an alleyway. Sounds dangerous. And it was. Definitely got talked to by strangers. And a bunch of people. Which is another thing. People kept asking us all day who we were waiting in line for. And I was the only one lying. I was trying to get everyone around me to lie. No one was lying. I was like, come on, guys. Like, they're asking us the same question over and over again. I was getting tired of answering it. First of all, it says so on the sign outside the theater. Second of all, you asking me, just assume I've already been asked this question 10 times, okay? I am going to lie to you. So I started lying. People around me would answer truthfully. I would lie. They were like, who are you here to see? I was like, a Rubik's Cube. Just a Rubik's Cube. They're like, who are you here to see? I'm like, well, there's this goldfish underground fighting ring that we're going to. And then they're like, who are, another one. I was like, people are dressed up as crocodiles. They're just going to dance on the stage for a few hours. I was just coming up with stuff, Like, I was like, oh, there's a live giraffe inside. Very awesome. Very cool. Oh, just some ducks. I mean, my favorite thing is, animals. I do like the good classic Rubik's Cube, because then it leads to follow-up questions, if they feel like asking. But of course, I never got that far, so they couldn't be like, what Rubik's Cube? So I couldn't be like, oh, a really giant one, or be like, oh, just one you can buy at Target. And then they'd be like, you're just there to see it. Rubik's Cube, you can buy it from Target. I'd be like, no, you don't understand. It's a really, really serious art installation. Never got that far. No one ever lets me play around. Like, come on, guys, let's lie. I was trying to convince people to lie. The only other person who was lying was my sister. She was the only one that would go with me on this. Like, come on, guys, let's make it fun. Let's lie. I've been out here for hours. Everyone keeps asking the same question. I mean, the only people I don't lie to are like the older people that ask. I'll be truthful to them, but anyone else, I'm going to lie to you. Just assume what I'm saying is a lie. Like, that is what I'm going to do. So yeah, anyway, we are now going to move on to the merch section of stuff that I had gotten. Which wasn't too much stuff, but there's also like stuff that fans made that I got. So this is what the poster is. It just says Lovejoy, just really tiny. Lovejoy has the dates on it. Would have been cool if I was able to get them to sign it, but obviously, like I said, they're kind of in a hurry to get back to their bus, and I wasn't going to bother them for that long. I was like, no, I'll take a photo. I can, signatures is something that can happen later. Anyway, here we go. Okay. This is one of the stickers that fans are handing out in line. Oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to cover your face. Okay, there we go. Oh, here we go. Here's my blue wristband. Oh, I was number 101. Okay, there we go. Well, we already figured that out anyway. Oh, yes, this was for the, to put this on your phone camera. I couldn't tell if this was supposed to be a pill or a refrigerator. Still not entirely sure. Anyway. Oh, right, and here's my pit wristband right here, which is fun. Oh, right, and then a fan was handing out bracelets. This one's for Wake Up and It's Over. And the fun, it's quite large for my little wrist, but it's fine because I just did one of these. And yeah, I was afraid of losing it during the show, though, so I took it off and put it in my purse. And then I got these, which is also really cute. So yeah, I got these also. So it was fun. I mean, fans were handing stuff out. It was a great time. Okay, now, time for complaining time with Jasmine, which is something that I will always do when it comes to merch sizes. This is something I will always complain about. Now, the largest size that the merch went up to was a 2, which annoyed me because I, obviously, like, they should offer bigger sizes. Now, I didn't know if they originally offered those in earlier shows and they sold out or not, but the fact that they went up only to a 2, I was like, really? Like, you couldn't, like, come on, let's be size inclusive here, people. Like, it's not, it's one of my, like, biggest pet peeves is when like they're not size inclusive, because I was talking to a lot of people in line who were really like hoping for like a 3 or like a 4, just because you get in line, you talk to people, and that was one thing that people were really hoping for was larger sizes. When I went in there and found out it only went up to a 2, I was like, seriously, I am hoping that they had bigger sizes and they just like ran out, because our show is my show was later, so I'm hoping that was the case. But if not, then do better. So that is one criticism that I have. Okay. Anyway, now onto this. We have our lovely Across the Pond tour right there. And here's the back. Again, just a tour shirt with the dates, and they have the members in there. You can kind of see them. But yeah, there is this one. And then, obviously, because it was a tour shirt, I got that one. But this was the one I was so happy to have here. Now this one fits my 70s self very well. And it is this one. Like, look at how cool this is. Like, look at that. Like, come on, look at that. It's so cool. Okay. And here is the back with the capybara. Like, look at that. It's so cute. It is so cute. And matches at least it kind of matches my 70s aesthetic. It's very hard to find things that match my 70s aesthetic, but here we are. They also had tote bags. Now, I don't remember prices for things, but I do know that Twitter accounts have posted prices for everything if you wanted to look that up. But yeah, I didn't get back to my hotel room till, like, I don't know, 1:10. We had been gone all day. It was a very, 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 very long day for me. Very long day. And it had been a while since I had been to a concert. I think the last concert yeah, I don't know. The last thing I went to was Lollapalooza, which was a festival that's not even a concert. So if we're talking concert, last concert I went to, that wasn't like the Monkees where you sit down. I don't know. I really couldn't tell you. I have no idea. All I remember is the Monkees, Lollapalooza. No idea. I couldn't tell you. I don't know. It was definitely before the pandemic, that's for sure. But yeah, I couldn't tell you. I have no idea. So it was nice to actually go to a concert because it had been so long, and I really missed going to concerts. I love going to concerts, and I have a fun one this weekend that I'm really excited for. I have another concert this weekend. It's like back-to-back concerts. It's crazy. Probably gonna lose my voice. Yeah, definitely gonna lose my voice. But yeah, that is it. We are going to play some clips here, and I am going to head out. So if you did like this video, leave a like down below. Enjoy the clips. There's only gonna be a few clips because I try not to film a lot during shows because I'm enjoying myself, jumping up and down like a crazy person. My sister has a lot of video footage of that probably that we're not gonna see. We're not gonna see Jasmine jumping up and down like a crazy person. No. But just believe me, I did. Because like I said, I have the bruises to prove it. So yeah, if you like this video, leave a like down below, and I will see you guys all in the next one. Bye!
She learned how to control the drama in the future. The means to an right now, stood here with an acoustic guitar. So please, be gentle with me, please. If I'm not... The song's called Your Sister Was Right. Love anymore. Turns out I can't, and not for the same reasons as before. The years everyone I ever need can't find a perfect match. Abused ones I love, but I ostracize the ones who love me. I find myself salting the earth every time that I miss you. I feel the way you hurt. I don't deserve you. You deserve the world. Though it feels like we were built from the same dirt. sister was right. I can't focus on the future, only my strong sight. I hate to say it, but your sister was right. I'm nothing crying up the night. I hate to say it, but your sister was right. Thank you.